So I recommend that everybody who's got a contingency plan for getting out of Dodge also prepare to stay 2 weeks closed up and concealed in hidden storage or hidden areas within their own home.
Sure. Let me add this caveat. A lot of people rely too much on guns, but then others don't rely on them at all. If you've got firearms, A, you better have ammo, a lot of it, and B, you better know how to use that firearm. So I think so many people buying 3, 4, 5, 6 million guns a month now, all-time record, they're not getting training. And the number one issue with a gun is get the training, and also think out, what are your rules of engagement? When do you use it?
And there's also a point about how to conceal it. And I believe, and I talked about this in my World Affairs briefing a couple of weeks ago when we talked about Obama's executive order on commandeering national resources. It's based upon the National Production Act of 1950, which, as I said, repealed the right to commandeer things. That has to be redone if they're going to implement that executive order. But still in the National Production Act of 1950 is a section which outlaws hoarding. And it's still on the books today. It's still valid today. You can be fined $1,000 a day or something for hoarding anything that the government says is a scarce resource. And it mentions things relative to residences as well. It's not just industrial materials. And so if they declare food a scarce resource, you can be prosecuted for having food storage. And it doesn't matter to the government if you had it 10 years ago. If you got it when they declared a scarce resource, it can be confiscated and you can be fined or imprisoned for it. And that's why I say it's absolutely essential that if you have food storage, you must prepare to put it away in concealed storage. There's also a strategy involved in this. If you got a mob coming down the street, you're not going to be able to avoid it. You don't want to shoot good people just because they're desperate.
I will.
Well, what I'm saying is it's unproductive if it's too big to overcome.
Sure, no, I understand. So let me guess, you're about to say, have a few guns, some dummy food to give them.
Or not even the guns. What I'm saying, you have a few food left on the shelves, you open your door, you don't lock it so they don't have to break it down. You get into your secure storage that's concealed and you disappear. They come in and take the food, and when it's gone, they go somewhere else. Now that's a wise strategy, you see, for surviving to live another day, and they don't get your real food storage. And if the government comes into inventory food and take from people who have stored, forethought, they don't get your food because it's concealed.
Joel, we've gone over an hour and 20 minutes here. So much incredible.